Lucky week 13, and guess what this Friday is? That's right, Friday the 12th. If this episode of the Needleful Weekly seems a little rushed, that's because I've spent the entire day making a font for Kitty Found a Camera instead of this video. It's actually the second font I've made for the game, but the first one's almost entirely unreadable by design. I've always wanted to make a proper vector-based font, and I felt a font based on my handwriting would fit the game well. I drew the letters in Krita, then used them as reference to make vectors in Inkscape, then finally exported each glyph as a separate file and imported them into FontForge. FontForge is one of those programs designed by crazy people, where you resize an object by pressing Ctrl// and using a menu, but you can also resize and move any number of glyphs at once by selecting them, pressing Ctrl// and using the same menu, and suddenly the design makes sense. If I did it again, I'd make the letters chunkier. They look a little thin at this size. But I've been chipping away at this for weeks, and I'm not up for making another 100 vector drawings, so this is what's in the game. I'm still not sure what the final UI will look like. I made this black and white theme on Saturday, and it's a little too clinical, I guess is the word. On stream, I did various improvements, like some sound design. Like music to my ears. I've made some progress in At the Ends of Eras. I wrote down a massive chunk of the required story. You've probably heard this before, but the entire crux of the game is you're learning about your mom, Sharifa, so a device called the Medium can scan your brain and create an AI reconstruction of her. Last week I broke down the major things you can learn about Sharifa into discrete bits and made tables describing how those would have changed the medium, specifically the different visual changes. It was simpler than I thought. There's still more work to do on this design, especially the parts that say, "Insert cool thing here," but I was surprised to get this far in a few hours. As I've said before, there will eventually be a devlog going deeper into this, but that's the gist of it. Otherwise, I have more ideas for videos, and the weekly videos will stay coming, so stay tuned.